Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. This is day 4 of my coding journey. Today I learned a couple of things, including compiling, debugging, and basically when it comes to both of those, I really just did a very deep dive. We'll go ahead and start and get into compiling. So for that, I learned the back process as far as how like everything starts at the top, where you have to plug in your code plugins. So after that, that pulls from the cloud. After it is going to, the computer is basically going to understand that and take it into a couple of steps as far as source code and assembly line. So for assembly line, assembly language just basically turns everything into zeros and ones. And then after that, it brings it down into linking, and it links all the zeros and ones into a file to create what you compiled. So that was a long process of what I learned today for compiling. I'll go ahead and get started into what I learned for debugging. So as far as debugging is a very important skill for coding, so I made sure to focus a lot on it today. I learned a couple of different ways to debug. I learned console log, breakpoints, and also just basically Googling your answer and doing a full breakdown of what others have uploaded. So today I logged into VS Code and went straight into debugging. I set up a couple problems for myself that I could try and fix and basically just break into at that moment. So if you see a syntax error, that is basically like it cannot parse, and it usually means something's missing. So that's a very widespread error that you'll see, especially when you're starting to code, and that I've learned that I've made a couple times. So basically, a lot of the times when it shows that, you need to really look closely or it might be wrong. You're going to have to check the line and actually like go into it and see what's wrong. But that's just a very useful tip that I learned along the way. Another is having a null when calling something. And basically you're going to want to hop into console log and try and break down and find what is going wrong. Sometimes you can space down on your code, so it makes it a lot easier to see exactly what line it is. If not, then you want to go ahead and Google and just break down the steps of what someone else has previously uploaded. And yeah, I did good amount of time on both of those. I really wanted to learn how to debug, and it was nice to learn the full breakdown when it comes to compiling, because that is something you do a lot. So it's really nice to learn the background for that too. Yeah, that was pretty much it for day 4. Very excited to learn more for day 5, and I'll continue to bring you guys really good content. There'll be a couple changes, and yeah.